Today we'll be meeting with Dominga. Currently she finances almost every purchase she makes. She has an Amazon spending addiction, and she's still trying to pay off some old IRS debt. Remember, these conversations are 100% real and so are their finances, but this is not official financial advice. Give this video a like so that YouTube recommends it to more people, and check out some of the fun links in the description below. This is Financial Audit.
Alright, I'm Dominga Titus. I am 39, 40 in a couple weeks. I am originally from West Texas and I'm now here in Austin, Texas.
What do you do for a living?
I am an office manager and actually a bookkeeper by trade.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So, yeah.
Okay. How much do you make a year?
God, I don't even know how to put it in terms of year because I've always done by the hour.
Oh, what's the hourly pay?
Usually between 20 and 25 an hour.
20 to 25? What determines the difference?
Just the job. I work a lot by contract as a bookkeeper.
Oh, okay. So this isn't for like a permanent office position?
Not in a while, no.
Okay. Do you prefer doing the more contract versus a permanent office position?
I prefer the permanent. It's just the last couple of years I haven't been able to find anything permanent.
Gotcha. So we'll meet in the middle with 22.5. How many hours a week do you think you work on average?
40.
Okay.
Right now I'm in a long-term contract, so I'm solid at 40.
Very cool.
But only $20 an hour. So
only 20 hours. Okay. How long is that contract for?
Right now it was a 6 month, but I just got renewed for another 6.
Really? Okay, so we'll do 20 then.
Okay. That one was supposed to be for like a long-term hire, but they froze hiring rather.
Oh, gotcha. Hopefully at the end of that then, that might open up again.
Hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see how everything looks in another 6 months.
Yeah.
So I'm getting you at about $41,600 a year before taxes. $3,466 a month. Does that feel right? Okay. Is that probably closer to $3,000 after taxes?
Yes. That's about spot on. Yeah.
Okay. Now, in your checking account, where a lot of the spending comes from, how much do you think you brought in within these 30 days?
Probably like $2,400 because I had missed some for medical appointments, some hours, so probably about $2,400 in that 30 days.
So I have deposits and additions at $5,970. Where did that additional amount come from? Is Apex System the payment?
Yeah, that's the contract work. I do some. I had been working a farmer's market job also, but I had to quit that because of some health issues. So that may be some deposits. But also, I have a husband whose income I don't consider mine. Oh. And occasionally he'll give me some money.
Well, why don't you guys consider income together?
Because for a long time he was a stay-at-home dad, and all of the payments for everything came out of my income, so I kind of just pay everything, and we consider my income the one that we live off of, and his income is extra. So
okay,
when I need to cover a bill, he'll throw it in. But yeah, we just our life is based off of what I make and what I don't make.
Gotcha. I do see some Zelle payments and PayPal's, and then it's also adding up some of the returns as well as additions. So those don't really count as extra money, but it is being added up on there as that. But then yes, lots of Zelle and PayPal. So I guess that makes up for the.
Some of the PayPal too is I do a little bit of a crafting business.
Okay.
So at one point I was working 5 jobs.
Really?
Yeah.
Because just none of them were like full time.
Correct.
So
yeah.
okay.
I like to do a little bit of everything because there's a lifestyle I like to maintain, and sometimes it means I have to have 5 jobs.
Okay. Now you don't consider your husband's income. Your husband's income. Do you guys share the same expenses though? Or are those separate as well?
Separate, I guess, because I don't consider his money mine, and he doesn't really pay for anything on his own. Does that make sense? Like the rent and everything I cover, and if I can't, he covers the rest of it. He comes in and does he spend money on extra things? Mm-hmm. He buys his own stuff. Like I pay his car insurance, but he pays for his gas and any maintenance on his car. He paid for his own car outright. He pays for like beer and cigarettes because he does those 2 things and I don't, so I don't buy any of those things. I'll buy his clothes and things like that. Occasionally he'll help buy some groceries, but for the most part, I do that. So yeah, he kind of just pays for his own stuff.
What does he do for a living?
He's a retail store manager, and he makes about what I make.
Okay. So the income for the household has doubled. How many kids do you have?
Just 2.
And are they both at home still? Okay. What are the ages?
16 and 12.
Okay. So 16, almost close to the college days or trades days or whatever they end up wanting to do. Do they plan on going to college? I'm curious.
Yes, both of them plan on going to college.
Okay. The marriage thing with keeping the payments separate, it's really interesting. I think we can talk about that later. But we'll look at your checking account for now, and since the way you keep it, it's separate. Yeah, that is really interesting. Somebody likes Amazon.
That's me.
Yeah.
A lot. Yes.
Yeah. So what's up with that? What are you getting? Almost a purchase a day if you break it down for the month.
Well, we do a lot of our household goods from there. So I'm talking like lotion, shampoos, toothpaste, trash bags, like the household goods. We're on a subscription service for even our vitamins.
Mm-hmm.
So some of that is just our auto deliveries. We also do a lot of our clothing. For July especially, we did a bunch of our school supplies and our school uniforms and things like that. But yes, I buy a lot of clothing and other items on Amazon. Okay.
Well, if we're including that in goods and stuff like that, you also spend an additional $393 at HEB in the month, and that's kind of within the same category where you can buy those types of things as well. Then Whole Foods at an additional $106. Amazon total of $825, which almost comes out to a third of your post-tax income. Almost. Combine all these together, and they're definitely over a third. Does that make you feel a little uncomfortable that so much is going to that?
For Amazon, yes, because I never, ever looked at it like that.
Really? Oh, that's very interesting. So $18 from Amazon, then we have $22.96 from Amazon, $10.24 from Amazon, $20.23 from Amazon, and then you return that $20.23. Okay. So you brought that one back. Then we had some more returns. And then we spent another $37.11 from Amazon, $88.50, big purchase there. Maybe that was the school supplies purchase. Another $48 spent, another $59 spent. These really add up. And again, with how many Amazon things there are, it kind of breaks down to almost you tend to purchase them all in these like on the same day. So you have 2 in the same day here. On the 12th, where you spent $14.60 and then $12.82. And then on the 18th, you spent $24.35 and $13.41 and $32.46 and that was HEB. And then $16.91 and $14.93. So that really starts to add up. Then on the 18th, $8.49, $35.71, $72.52, and then there's still 3 more Amazon purchases for within the 30 days of $75, $14, $27, $6, and $20.03.
And I said
lots of money.
I do probably between $600 and $800 on Amazon a month.
How much of that is fun stuff? Let's be honest.
The bulk of it.
Bulk of it. Okay.
If I see something that, yeah.
Can I take a look at your Amazon orders? Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll let you pull that up. Yep. Shirts. A docking stand for phone, more shirts, pants, some pins.
Those are earrings.
Oh, earrings. Okay. It doesn't say what they are, so I'm going off the picture. Shoes and socks and Disney villainous something.
It's a board game.
Board game, okay.
We have family game night. So.
Okay, nice. Yeah, lots of clothes. Pants, underwear. Pants.
That was school supplies, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Uniform. But then you'll see that it's a lot of non.
Mouse, a wireless mouse.
Oh, I did.
Paper organizer.
That's all stuff for classrooms. My sister's a teacher, and then I have a friend who's a teacher.
And
so
are you donating?
Clear the lists. Yeah. So that's about 100 per classroom. So that's 2 classrooms I helped.
Okay, lots of markers. I appreciate giving things, but as we will continue to look into things, I don't know if you can.
Okay.
Yeah, but I love the spirit of it. Lots of clothing. Lots of clothing. Here's probably what you didn't need. a bathroom counter organizer, and a spring-sung 5-tier corner ladder for decorations, and a dresser and a smaller dresser. Things that
Those
can
were
probably
Prime Day
wait.
deals.
Oh, no. It's still money, though.
Yeah, a lot of clothing. And most of it's mine because I don't.
Seem to go through phases, because now we're in the accessories phase with like a necklace and some nail thing and hair clips and scissors. And then, yeah, there's phases in these orders. There's just so many orders. This is crazy. Now we're getting the trash bags and the allergy pills. So, yeah, I think you just buy more than you need to. I think so easy 70% of this you don't need.
Yeah, I know I don't.
So there's going to be some cutting back there, and we'll get to that. But that's where you're going to need to cut back. Because actually, going through here now, what I don't see for the other side of the household is, the husband's thinking maybe all the out-to-eat spending is on his or something. I'm not sure, but...
We actually don't go out to eat as much anymore. We used to go 4 times a week.
Oh, whoa, that's a lot.
One of the things is that I used to drink, and I quit 9 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And by doing that, I now cook and clean more.
Okay.
So we do a lot more at home. He works all the time, so we can't go out to eat. He does an evening thing, or his evening shift. So the meal preps and all that, I do a lot of that now. But we did used to go out to eat and spend like $300 a week on that, and that was on him. He probably has a substantial amount of money saved. He paid cash for his car. $4,000.
You don't know how much money he has saved.
No.
Oh, that's so unique. That is so curious. Usually the best way to do money, studies have shown, is to combine it into like a joint checking account. It usually prevents money issues if we're in a hole as a family, but we don't know where the money's going from the other half of the earners and spenders. That can create issues. But sounds like you guys have just not had drama around that.
No, we kind of teach our own type situation. And when he was a stay-at-home dad, I was making enough money to take care of the household, and he had his play money from me, and it was never a problem. And now that we're both working, because the kids are older, it's never become a problem either. Like I said, if I need something, he's more than willing to cover it and send it, or even just give me the cash for it. So
interesting. That's very interesting. And now, moving from the checking, you don't have any savings, do you?
And I've never had, like I said, I'm almost 40 and never ever had a savings account.
That's scary.
It is, especially.
What do you do in an emergency? What happens if your car breaks down? What happens?
I'm ashamed to say this, but my ex-husband helps. He's my emergency fund.
Oh, how does your current husband feel about that?
He doesn't like it at all. If he can't help, then my ex-husband will help. But he really, my ex-husband is my son's father. He's a 16-year-old.
Is that why he helps?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it's not ideal for the relationship and the family as a whole.
How does that conversation usually go?
It doesn't. It's not that I hide it at all. Like, obviously, the money comes from somewhere. It's just kind of understood that that's where it came from.
No, how does the conversation go with the ex-husband?
Hey, I need help. How much is it this time?
Wow. How frequent is this?
Now, not as frequent, but in the past, it was, especially I was unemployed for a while, and he would help cover rent and take care of things. Yeah, it was not a good time in our lives, but...
Okay. And is that relationship toxic outside of that part of it?
No, I wouldn't say so. I think I consider him one of my best friends. It was just we weren't good as a couple, but we're friendly. And we still, we talk about our son and everything. And him and my current husband are actually friendly. Like we can hang out as a group and vacation and stuff together. But
good.
If we could remove money from the situation, that would be ideal because
100%
always makes things go south.
Oh, absolutely. My fear was any sort of expectations, from him to you because he's, providing some money. So I'm glad to hear that it's not, toxic. But as much as we can cut back on that, the better. And the best way to do that is to have an emergency fund, of which you do not have. Do you have any investing or retirement, though?
Not any longer.
Oh, boy. Okay. Go ahead, tell me.
Had a job with the school system and then lost it and needed emergency funds, so I pulled out of my TRS. And
how much?
It wasn't much. It was only like $3,000, but that was about 7 years ago. and I'm still paying the penalty on it because
Imagine what it could be today, though.
I know, that's exactly.
Oh, no. Oh, I'm really sorry. That sucks. The penalty. I think I saw it. I saw an interesting payment
To the IRS?
I think it was to some government service.
Yeah, I do at least $50 a month, sometimes more to the IRS because I am in arrears to them.
What's the owe?
Well, I have a few. I was in the military, and I owe them from my time.
You've done so much.
Yeah,
so much, and you're only almost 40. And you've done like career and jobs that like 3 people would do.
When I went to the military, I left early. I had signed up for a 6-year commitment, but I only did 4, and they'd given me a bonus, and so I had to pay them back.
Wow.
And I was a stay-at-home mom for such a long period of time that I never had any income. So once I started to have income, I had to start paying them back. And then also because I do so much contracting work, I didn't put enough aside to pay back.
Oh no.
Right. And so now I'm having to pay that back. So
What's your total debt with them?
I don't know.
Past the guess?
Close to $7,000. And it's only gonna keep going up because I'm currently putting
so it's not at like oh my goodness. What's the interest?
I have no idea.
Because you said it's going to keep going up.
Well, because I don't think because I'm not putting anything aside right now to pay to them. I have some money coming out of my paycheck. I'm completely clueless as to what's going on with my IRS and tax situation right now. I know there's money coming out of my paycheck. I know, and this is ignorance too. Like, I know I should know this. I'm a freaking bookkeeper by trade. Like,
sure,
I do this for a living, except for when it comes to me, I don't want to know. So I know that there's money coming out of my paycheck to pay, because I'm going through a contractor system, and not, because before it was me, the contractor doing me, I was my own entity, but now I'm going through a contracting system. So hopefully I set it up to where they're taking enough that I won't have to owe when it comes tax time, but I do still owe for the few contracting things that I did do on the side also. So I know.
So I would say call up the IRS, see what it is, but currently 9 out of 10 phone calls to the IRS don't get answered. And even when they do get answered, people are not getting the help they need. It might show up on your credit report.
Do you know what my credit score is?
We'll get there.
Okay.
We'll get there. We'll get there. Okay. You might have to sit down with like a specialist if it's not on your credit report, just to try to suit that all out. And luckily, I can get you on the phone with someone for free who's offering to help people in these situations who are on the show. So that's cool. And I'll send you that contact. This.
I know.
Is this the Afterpay? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, you spent $825 from your checking account on Amazon last month. But in Afterpay, there's another $205 that you're already paying back. Why are you doing Afterpay?
I don't know why. I didn't need to. I just did it. It was I was buying my son shoes on Finish Line, and it was an option. It was like, you can pay in 4 payments, and I was like, he's buying $300 shoes. That would make it so much easier. And then
why is he getting $300 shoes? Why are you? Did you buy it for him or did he?
I bought them.
I love the caring attitude that you have with the classroom, and then buying nice shoes for the kids. But when the household does not have an emergency fund to keep the home alive, nice shoes do not come before that.
He's going to be homeless in nice shoes, right?
Yeah.
Priorities are real.
So is that the buckle?
No, that was Finish Line. That was before. That was the first time I discovered Afterpay.
Oh,
okay. And since then, I've gotten myself into this. And you know, it's funny because when I was thinking about, like, when I was sending you my documents, I was like, I got to stop doing this. And then turned around and made like another $230 purchase.
Why?
And then immediately was like, I shouldn't have done that. And so I did make a choice this week to stop doing these stupid...
Can you delete it? I don't know Afterpay, but can you, like...
I can stop making I can't, if I delete, I still have to make the payments.
I know, that's fine.
But I need to just stop making the purchases. But it is something like I thought about this week. Like, I need to... Because it's like layaway, but I have to keep paying it.
Is there like some compulsive behavior, do you think?
I talked about this with my husband. When I quit drinking, the shopping started really, like 9 months ago, like completely went sober. Like,
was the drinking an issue?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like an 18-pack a day, like bad.
Wow, I'm really happy to hear you're sober. That's incredible. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But now, the daily purchase of Amazon is almost like the 18-pack turned into a daily purchase on Amazon. So, yeah.
Have you ever seen a therapist?
Yes, I'm seeing one.
You are?
Military, the VA. The problem is with the VA, it's kind of hard to get seen on a regular basis. So,
and since you're in a contracting position, you probably don't have health insurance. Does the husband, the family?
No, but he recently got hired on at the company that I'm working for as a contractor, but he got hired on as a full-time employee through another branch. So in 90 days, he gets the health insurance. So I found a loophole to get insurance through my company. So we're hoping that I'm going to do it that way because my health issues still haven't been resolved too, and that's why he hired on with my company. So hopefully, yes, that will.
If the health insurance cover, it'll cover it to a point. I just don't know how much. But either way, I would love you to see a weekly therapist, and just talk about how the addiction essentially transferred. Mental health is extremely important. So I think that honestly might be a first step when it comes to all this, because I can be like, this is what you should do financially, but if there's some of the impulsive stuff that is not being overcome, so I think that's some baseline stuff. I highly recommend that when that happens. And then VA while you wait, if possible. And you said that's kind of a struggle, but so buckle, almost essentially $200 there with 2 purchases. Finish line 142.08, and 2 Amazon purchases. Are there interests on these?
No, if you pay them on time, which I do.
Are you? Okay.
Yes. I know that's silly to be proud of, but hey, I pay those on time.
I would continue just paying those on time then, because there are more debts. If it was your only debt, I'd be like, paid off, but there are more debts. What's this?
That one is Affirm, which is another one like that. It's
if you're paying, but this is another Amazon thing. You love. Oh wait, yeah. You love Amazon. Love it.
Being able to just sit there and.
Oh yeah, Jeff Bezos has you. $211 for these multiple purchases. Did you do a big purchase?
That one. That's probably a big. Yeah, that's a big purchase. That was yeah, that's a big purchase. That was all that furniture from the Prime Days.
No.
Yeah.
You affirmed a Prime Day purchase.
Okay. And it's
and you thought making minimum monthly payments would be easier?
No, the problem is that I did have the money for all the Prime Day purchases, but I was like, I can't spend $211 right now. Let me put it in. I know. In my head, I'm like, don't spend all that money right now. Break it into payments. I had the money. I could have spent it all right then, but I talked myself out of it because that's too much to spend in one go.
That's how they get you.
Break it into 4.
If it's too much to spend in one go, it's too much to spend. Yes. Oy.
I'm like the perfect consumer.
You are. You're driving America's consumer economy. Oy. All right. So there's another debt, and there's 0 interest if you're paying on time.
Yes.
And then another one. So what is this?
That's another one. It's called Klarna.
You have signed up for them all.
I think that's all of them. I think there's also PayPal Pay in 4, but I don't do that one.
Oh, good.
Because I don't support the founder of PayPal.
Elon?
No. What's his name? Jeff T?
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, are we shocked? Amazon. Yeah. Surprise!
See, now talking with you, I'm like, crap, I have an Amazon problem. Like, I knew I had a shopping problem, but now maybe I just need to remove Amazon from my phone.
There was nothing else that was, like, insane. There was H-E-B with a lot, but that's just normal.
Right. Like, that's actually, like, I know that's food. It used to maybe be, like, alcohol and stuff, but now I know it's food, and I'm buying things, like, and I know it's more expensive because I'm buying things like turkey and, like, leaner meats and fresh vegetables, because, like I said, I'm meal prepping, so and I know it's actually going into 10 to 15 meals a week, so there's $130 for 15 meals is not bad, you know?
No. So. Oh, a couple big ones on here. $111, $262, $80. Man, what were these purchases? Do you know?
No.
See, at this point, you don't even know. That's how bad it is. Is this interest free still?
Mm-hmm.
Oy, 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 oy. Okay, man. I don't know what the minimum monthly payment is on this.
Usually it's it's like all paying 4, so
Okay.
that divided by 4 is what.
You see, when you sign up for 4 pay for 4s, all of a sudden your minimum monthly payment comes out to what it would cost, what you thought was too expensive to just buy it there.
Oh, yeah. And they all fall on like I get paid every Friday, and they all fall to get paid on Fridays. So pretty much like $300 each paycheck goes immediately to these. So
it is time to stop Amazon.
You know.
Oh, it might be because there's still some convenience things you can get from there, stuff like that. But just because there's a known issue right now, it might be time to delete Amazon and get those goods from the store. Mm-hmm. But it removes that extra temptation of seeing a recommended thing that just pops in the cart. Now this one scares me. Credit card. This one scares me. Because those other ones, interest-free. Don't love them, just based on the entire financial situation. Don't love them. But this one is very much not interest-free. In fact, just within the last days, $65.28 of interest was charged to you. Oh, we have a balance of $4,271.26. Only made a payment of $100, which imagine how much of that Amazon money could go towards paying this down. Oh. Total in 2022, $686.27 of interest has been charged to you. You've lost over $1,000 just because you're carrying a balance on this card. So what is up with this card? Because there's not purchases from it.
So this is the emergency credit card I share with my ex-husband. This is the one that only gets used in emergencies. Recently, it was I had to pay the anesthesiologist for a procedure I had to have done, and so we threw it on there. There was tires I had to throw on there. I didn't have to. I did. These are things for like supposed to be used for my son. I did pay rent a couple of times on it. That's part of that balance.
Oh, you paid rent with a credit card?
I know. And I'm supposed to be making monthly payments on it. That was our agreement. And if he sees this, he's going to know I'm not doing it. I don't know how much attention he pays to it because he hasn't brought it up, but he trusts me to take care of it. Yeah. So.
Oh my God.
At one point, it was up to almost the max. I think it's 12,000 is the limit on it. I have gotten it down, but it still does. Like you said, it's.
Oh, it was maxed out at one point?
Almost.
Wow, okay. So you've paid off over half. Well, if there's an upside, I guess there's that. But there's really not much of an upside. This is rough. I'm sorry. This is... I'm trying to find the minimum monthly payment.
Currently, it's at 0, according to it. Like, I don't owe any, but of course, they want me to pay nothing, so they can keep charging me interest on the $4,000 every month.
This is what we have to attack first. This needs to be gone. We'll get through the building out a budget and create an attack plan. But first, do you have Credit Karma on your phone?
No.
Can I get you to download Credit Karma? It'll probably take like 5 minutes. So we have your credit score at essentially 600. One's a little under, one's a little over. Is that what you thought it was?
No.
What do you think?
Like 400 and change.
Oh, so you're doing better.
Yeah. Ooh.
And honestly, starting at 600, I'm okay starting there. When it comes to increasing credit score, like it's not like not great, but it is not the end of the world because you can get out of, you can increase it pretty easily from there. Okay, before I look into things, I see 2 derogatory marks.
Oh yeah. So I've been married and divorced twice. This is my 3rd marriage. After the 1st and 2nd marriage, I had a lot of open and then closed credit that, should not have.
You have 2 things in collections, but they are so small. So small, $160 and $220.
You know what? Those probably were payday loans. I had no idea what those were until I came
Credit
to Texas.
Merch and Prof Colber. And then the other one's Credit Management LP.
Probably payday loans, yeah.
So you used to take payday loans.
Mm-hmm.
You do not do that anymore,
No.
to be clear.
Mm-mm.
You will never do that again.
No.
This was back in 2017, so it was a good while ago.
That was when I lost my job. Yeah.
Oh, payday loans. Oh, I'm so sorry. You've been through it. That's... Whew, total accounts, 16. That is quite the amount of accounts. Yes, let us view all accounts.
Even know what could possibly be in there.
2 are the collections.
Okay.
A lot of them are closed, though. So you had some student loans.
Yes.
Okay, were they your student loans?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you have a degree?
I have a lot of credit hours. I was a professional student.
40% of Americans that take out student loans never end up getting a degree. So you are not alone in that. What did you go to school for?
I have a 2-year degree in education.
Okay.
I almost got my 2-year in criminal justice, and then I almost got my 2-year in accounting.
Okay. But those are all paid off. There was payment 1 financial that may have been a payday. I think so. 2019. Closed on 2019, okay. So maybe. A plus FCU, Sun Loan, you've taken out so much debt, which definitely explains taking out all those.
My MO.
Yeah. I do not see what I was hoping to see. The IRS stuff. So that's why you're going to need to sit down with someone.
Would it be there if it hasn't gone into default or anything yet?
I'm not sure. I was just hoping. Okay. I was just hoping so we could at least see how it was split up and how much, so we could put that a part of the plan.
And I know I have paperwork on it somewhere. It's probably still closed in the envelope because I won't look at it. Out of sight, out of mind.
Do you
know? Bad way to do.
Do you know what is minimum to the IRS? Do you at least know that, monthly?
The 50, they let me sign up for the 50.
Okay.
And I don't know.
And you think it's 7,000?
Yeah. Okay. And I set that up when I was only working a part-time job, so I'm sure I could probably set it up to pay more now, to just get it over and done with. And I did it auto.
I also wanted to see if it had interest, if it accrued interest.
I should probably figure that out too, because then pay off sooner.
Yeah. Okay. So you bring in $3,000 a month after taxes. How much is rent?
$1,775.
Oh no. Okay, but jeez. And this is where I do not like that your guys' expenses are split, because really you need to take both of your incomes and pay off this credit card now, because you guys are married. You need. Because this $1,700 a month rent and bringing in $3,000. That is so
he pays
bad.
Half?
He does pay half. Mm-hmm. Officially, every month it is half. Okay.
I'm sorry.
See, I think one thing I heard was if you have trouble paying rent, he helps.
Yeah, for a while it was only me paying the rent, but now, yes, I'm sorry, yes. Back when he was a stay-at-home dad, everything was on me, and I was making enough to be able to cover that with no problem. But now, so we do I think we do 900 and 900. So. Even
still, it's almost a third of your take-home. Just that half. You guys have, if you guys combined your income, I guess it's okay. It's a little uncomfortable. It's on the higher end, but
we lived there 5 years, and that's what we're. Apartment, and it's in South Austin too. We want to move. We've thought about buying a house even before this whole housing situation.
House is not in the question.
Oh yeah, no. But just even trying to find somewhere else to move, cheaper, even anything else. It's just we can't afford to move. We can't afford first and last month. We can't afford moving costs. We can't.
Yeah. So you don't have a car payment? No. Okay, but you own a car? Mm-hmm. How much is your insurance?
I don't know what mine individually is, but I pay $190 for both a month.
Okay, well, yeah. Again, you guys are a married couple, so it should be combined. Are you guys open to being combined? or should I just go off of this just the way you have it now? Because if you guys aren't even open to being combined, then there's no point.
We both have access to each other's bank accounts, so I guess we're open. I mean, I know his information, he knows mine, and we can.
Do you pay for insurance monthly?
Yes.
How much? Probably for the whole family, right?
Oh, like medical insurance?
Yeah.
No.
Are you insured?
No.
That's dangerous because you said you have some medical issues.
Yeah, I'm not.
What about your kids?
My ex-husband has both the kids on his insurance. So,
okay.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, and then we have been using the VA because we haven't been sick, so we've been fortunate, I guess. Like they took care of our basic.
But you meant your VA lifetime cap.
Yeah. So.
Because you weren't active duty.
Or I was active duty, but I wasn't hurt. I wasn't like I'm not disabled. I don't know how. I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
but your husband, he gets it forever?
He could. He hasn't applied for it, but he was hurt in service and he hasn't applied. So, I know.
Okay.
So no, I'm not insured, and so everything that's happening now with my medical issues is out of pocket.
Okay. So your Amazon, we're gonna take the essentials, the minimum essentials from there, put it in your HEB spending. I'm gonna say you do $500 a month. Is what you are going to cap your HEB trips at, and you're not spending any more money on Amazon. And I don't recommend Whole Foods anymore either. We'll actually move that up to $600 because he did 100 of Whole Foods. So $600. Is he doing any shopping?
Not for the essentials, no.
$600 isn't a lot for a family of 4.
I'm really good at
making it stretch. And you'll have to. It's kind of the only way any kind of plan will work, but right, it's. And you said he might have money saved up on the side.
He might. Yeah.
Do you know how much at all?
No, it's a separate. That's an account I don't have access to.
That is your money, though. Do you guys have a prenup or anything?
No.
Okay, so that is essentially your money. You guys are a married couple. It is your money. You need to know how much that is. Anything over $5,000 that's in there, if it's in like a general savings account, if it's invested in like around, okay, so this is savings. Anything over $4,000 or $5,000, I would take that, and you need to convince them somehow, and that's where I'm just really nervous of this conversation. Not necessarily, I can tell you a lot of things, and you might be down to go for it, but he might not be.
Okay.
So, but what I would say is anything over $4,000 to $5,000, so you guys have some comfort for the family of 4. In case something really bad happens, take the rest and pay whatever's left towards this credit card and beat it down where there's nothing. I don't know how much is in that savings. Would you guess it's more or less than the 10?
It's probably above 5, but less than 10.
That's okay. You probably wouldn't be able to pay it off totally, but you might be able to cut it in half, which will be a great spot. You pay for utilities?
It's included in the rent.
Okay. What other monthly expenses can you think of? We have food and, all of those essentials. We have car insurance. We have rent.
I have,
minimum monthly payments.
Renter's insurance, which is like $45 a month.
Yeah. We're going to do $50 for IRS.
My gas a week is like $65.
It's a far drive. A week is $65? You fill a tank a week?
What car do you have? A Honda Accord, but I go to church out in Bastrop. So that it's probably like every week and a half I need to fill it up. So we'll say 3 times a month.
Oh, yeah. Go to church closer? You really like that church?
Yes.
Okay. What's the minimum monthly payment on this? I don't see that.
A quarter of that. And it changes because when I pay it down, like some of those I've actually paid down. So like Afterpay, I've got it to. Oh no, I just made that purchase.
When is Afterpay done? When's your last Afterpay payment?
Hey, I'm pre-approved. It's been $1,400.
Delete that app.
So in 60 days, I have $601 due on Afterpay because I made that $234 purchase the other day that I shouldn't have.
It's almost as much as your rent. You're part of the rent. Mm-hmm. That's a Expensive. That's an expensive car payment. That is so much money. When's that done?
30 days. If I pay it all off, 30 days is done.
Oh, so that's the total bill?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's the minimum payment? That's what I thought you said. That was the minimum payment.
No. In 15 days, it's $261.
But no matter what, it has to be done in 30 days, correct?
Well, see, they break it down into the every 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks, it's $261, and then in 30 days, $440, and then.
Are these additional payments?
So all in all, that's what I'll end up having paid in 60 days.
Okay, including these.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Whoa. 30 days from now. So this is within a month.
I can return that $243.
Please, seriously, do that today. Please do that today.
Yeah.
Oh man, I got you at $2,000 just to survive currently, and that's not even including those payments. But those payments are going to be gone, so I don't want to include them in your full monthly budget because they're going to be gone in 30 days, and you're going to return something. Yeah, so after that is done, you're working with an additional $1,000 in cash a month that you should have. Does that sound right to you? Yeah. Okay. Will your husband, if he doesn't let you use any of this savings, which would be a very toxic thing, even saying let, because again, married couple, but either way, with whatever the situation is, if none of the money from that account is going to paying off the credit cards, if an emergency pops up in the future for the family, is he willing to use that money for the emergency?
Yes, I can 100% say yes.
100% say yes, okay. Okay, then that will be the current general emergency fund, and then you will pay this credit card off. You do not spend a single cent more than $2,000 a month on your essentials. You break out these categories the way I've broken it out, with $180 towards gas, $50 towards IRS, $600.
HEB.
Huh?
That was HEB.
Yeah, for groceries and essentials. $190 for car insurance, and then your portion of rent of $900. You do not spend a single cent more than that. And if your kids are like, well, I want this, be like, well, I'm doing this so we can have a better future for everyone, and I might even be able to help pay for your college, which we haven't even gotten to, but I might be able to, especially for the younger one, if we take the sacrifice now. What you then do, for just over 4 months, about 4.5 months, all money left over, as much as you can, goes towards this credit card.
4 months. That's
nothing, right?
Nothing, right?
It's nothing, right? But where this becomes hard is that $1,000 right now just doesn't exist to you because it's just going towards things. It's going towards minimum monthly payments like this. So it's actually going to be in 5.5 months because this needs to be taken care of first. But once you're done with these pay later things after the next 30 days, which you can do because you'll have the extra $1,000, so you'll pay for that. Then the next 4.5 months after that, boom, all of a sudden you have no credit card. What a weight lifted, right? Isn't that awesome? Yeah. And then you're going to cut up this credit card. I like credit cards, but for people who can't use credit cards, no offense, but you cannot. You are never going to touch a credit card again. You're never going to touch debt again unless it's a potential mortgage. Because you can't do debt. Let's accept that. That's an okay thing to accept. It's good to recognize it. If you can't do debt, just don't do debt. So that's 4.5 months. That's done. Then literally, these debts are gone. You have those two things in collections? I would pay that off within a week because you can, because they're essentially nothing. What was it, like $150 total?
It was tiny, yeah.
Now, yes, you can wait a few years and they fall off, but there's no point in doing that because one, you can slightly increase your credit score from 600. You can start building it up again. It's so little. Then all of a sudden, boom, these minimum monthly payments are gone. You have this extra $1,000 a month. I would get with the husband and I would say, what we need to survive is probably with that rent. As a family, as a couple with 2 kids, what we need to survive is probably $20,000 in a 6-month emergency fund, $20,000 to $24,000. you'll see how much is in there. Tell me how much is in there. Okay. You, or me as in you, I'm going to be putting $750 a month towards this emergency fund. I need you to match me. Put another $750 a month towards the emergency fund. $1,500 a month. Oh, that's still going to take so long, though. Because I need you, just for the safety of the family as a whole, you need to have this. Let's just say we even just do $20,000. Even at $1,500 a month will take over a year. This is what's so hard, because you're starting in the negative, essentially, so it takes a while. But a general emergency fund, there's really no spending on fun until you have it, because it's the base level that's needed.
I could pick up extra jobs, though, too. Like, I can cut that time down. I can start doing my other contracting and things like that.
Whatever you can do and whatever you can throw to it to get $20,000 quickest, I think it's going to take you anywhere from 9 months to a year. Depends how much he can throw at it. Depends how much you can throw it at. I would throw as much as you can. I would try to convince him to throw as much as he can. If you guys are able to be on the same page about that.
I think it shouldn't be an issue. Like I said, with the whole health thing, yeah, we need to be careful. And there was a period of time where the kids and I were homeless. So
really,
yeah, and not like on the streets homeless, but like didn't have a place to live, and we were like house bouncing and hotel staying. So like we know we have to.
That can be traumatic for kids, though.
We have to have an emergency fund, So.
How long ago was that?
2017. So.
Okay, and how long did that last?
2 months.
Okay, I'm really sorry that happened. So that was when you lost your job, and payday loans and stuff.
Yeah. And so like we need to have an emergency fund, because I can't do that again to them.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the base level that's needed, so you can avoid that. So you'll get your husband on the same page, and bring in the context of, we were homeless in the past. That is not something that should ever happen again. So we need to do this, and these are the sacrifices we're going to take in order to get there. Once you have that, and it's going to be a little while from now. We're talking 9 months to a year after the credit card's paid off, and that's fine. Then at that point, you and we can have a conversation about what it takes, like what your income looks like at that point, what you can do to potentially save up for a down payment on a home, for putting money in a Roth IRA every year, so you can start getting your investments going, because you do at some point, and I think you can start in about a year from now. But I don't think that conversation is necessary for today. Because we need to just get the baseline, the most base level things ready, which is clearing up the debt, primarily the credit card. Well, the IRS thing too, but I'm going to get you to sit down with someone for that. So that is going to delay it for probably another 6 months. I would pay that off at the credit card as fast as possible. The $1,000 a month extra that you have, pay that off. So in like another 7 months. So we're talking probably a year and a half. But if you're willing to sacrifice for a year and a half, that means the next, multiple decades of your life is going to be so much better. So much better. And it might be hard for the 16-year-old for you to be able to support you in college. But what did you say? Did you say 14? With the other?
12.
12-year-old. Oh, especially the 12-year-old. I think you can help cash flow college. He goes to like a community college and stuff like this. I really do when you get there. So it's the sacrifice you're making for them. It's the sacrifice that you as a couple are making for them. Let's talk about that college. Where does the 16-year-old want to go to college? What does he want to do?
Marine biology. But he's willing to go to just like Corpus Christi. He doesn't need to, he's not like... So
for the marine biology, is he willing to do his first 2 years of gen eds at a community college?
I don't know. I'll talk to him about it though. He's got a very good head on his shoulders. He's already like looking into starting his own business to like get money and stuff. He's much smarter than I am, so I'm sure he's willing to do whatever he needs to help. Yeah,
that's great, and I love that. But even the smartest people in this country are still bad at money, because this country is just bad at money. So it will be so much better if he's able to get any scholarship opportunity possible and go to Austin Community College.
Well, he's got his dad too, though. So
well, if he's willing to pay, I mean that is a different story. But if nothing's paid for, community college, it is so worth it. And then he transfers to the 4-year institution after the 2 years. Yeah, it would be so worth it. So with what we talked about, what are you willing to do? Tell me what the next year and a half looks like.
no more Amazon, no more pay laters. A lot of sacrificing, sticking to that budget. I think I'm gonna pick up a couple of my extra jobs again and just start paying these things down. Like, I don't want to carry debt. I don't carry debt anymore. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then get rid of all that and start putting that money into that savings and just not touch it. Just stop buying from Amazon. Like, I knew I had a problem, but seeing it.
Therapists would be really good. It's good for everyone. I see one. I recommend everyone sees one. Even couples, I recommend seeing couples therapy because this is really good. And I don't know what your guys' situation is like, but because your finances are separate, that might actually be an interesting conversation to happen in a couple sessions.
I'm not sure he even knows how much I spend on Amazon. So I think, yeah, we need to have a conversation, period.
Yes. Yeah, if that's the case, definitely. So if you're willing to do that, that'd be awesome. And I think you and I should follow up in a year or 6 months and just check in, see how things are going. But I'm actually really excited for you because I think you have the opportunity to kind of kick some butt if you take the sacrifices.
I can do it. Yeah, I need to do it. So.
Let Dominga know what you think about her financial situation in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a like so that YouTube recommends it to more people, and if you want to join my private Discord, that is linked in the description below, and it really helps grow this channel. A special shout out to my 4 Cups of Coffee supporters: Dio Martinez, Mark, Josh Bennett, Sam V03, Clayton 006, Tyler Chong, Drew Smith, Timothy Williams, Sam I Am, and Jason Springs. And extra special shout out, I love you all my 8 Cups of Coffee supporters: Joseph W. Strickland, Anthony, an anonymous supporter, and Sam V03. I love you guys so much. You are the best. Subscribe and stick around for more. Thanks.